Yes. Always alone. Do you play Destiny anymore, or you just kind of
I've been like
gave up on it?
contemplating whether or not I want to.
Did
Um,
you have Forsaken? You had first. No, you probably
I
didn't
had
play Forsaken.
everything up to the what's that guy? The dude who flipped the coin. I had everything up to that. I don't have
Gambit.
the new section, and I'm trying to decide whether I want to do that section.
Mm, yeah, I mean, you could. It's just super grindy. It's like
Exactly, and that's
you
why
gotta pick.
I kind of gave up on it because I was like, it just stopped being fun, which is partly why I wanted
Yeah,
to do this live
it's
stream.
yeah. I mean, it's fun now. It just keeps going back and forth, but it's it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I can hear your audio on the live stream. Okay, so hey guys, welcome to Let's Play Warframe with Arts Live Gaming. Hey Arts.
Hey, how's it going?
So I invited you because like Arts is my clan leader. Uh, we belong to the Power Galactic. We're gonna just stop by the JoJo first because it's pretty awesome. You did a lot of work. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
So we're
we
gonna stop
sure
by there
did.
first. If you just want to introduce yourself to everybody really quick.
Yeah, so my name is Arts, and I've been playing Warframe since like 2016. Um, by profession, I'm a research scientist, so during the day, I just spend a lot of time in like a research setting. And once I get home, I try to log in every day. Sometimes I don't log in every day, but I try to play almost every other day. I kind of split my time between Warframe and another game called Destiny. Um, and so far, it's been pretty awesome. I played Destiny for a long time since it came out, and then kind of got bored, or it wasn't as fun anymore, and kind of shifted to Warframe. And initially, I had started Warframe a long time ago, and didn't really like it. It was not at its best back then. That was like 2016. I did some Archwing missions.
Oh God, arc
That was
wings
pretty much it.
suck. Yeah.
Yeah, Archwing does suck. It still kind of sucks,
Yeah, it
but
does. Definitely. So wait, can we
yeah.
talk about your
So
frame really quick? Because like your frame's pretty cool. It's like semi-religious. What's happening here? What frame is this?
oh, I this is pretty much my main. Whenever I log into Warframe, this is the frame I pick. So this has been my main ever since I got it. Most people play a lot of Excalibur, Loki when you first get into Warframe,
Yep.
but this frame called Harrow, you get it much later in the story missions, basically. In if you don't buy it
Oh my
right
gosh,
up.
can we talk about Harrow? At one point, I had 50 Harrow chassis, and that's the
Yep,
only
it
cart I
does.
ever get.
It drops a lot from those void fissures and those what are those missions called again? The void fissure missions and killing those uh, thing. A lot of Grenier enemies drop it
Yeah.
from those void fissure missions. Yeah. But after you do the second dream, War Within, then you finish the Harrow quest. That's when you finish getting Harrow. So I really like it because like Harrow's number one, um, the first ability where you can chain down enemies. I like hitting crit shots on enemies, so chaining down enemies and landing crit shots. That's a really fun way to play. The other ability I use a lot is the Harrow's 4, where you can go in invincible for however amount of time that you decide how much length. If you increase Harrow's duration, you can get more invincibility, and then the more damage you take, then when your invincibility drops off, the more damage you did take during your invincible period, you do as much amount of crit damage. So it's pretty sweet. It's you can hit a lot of red crits with Harrow's streams. And I think Warframe is one of the only few games where you can like have different levels of critical damage. So it's really cool. Like yellow and red, and it's like not many games have that kind of a structure. So I usually use Harrows 1 and 4 quite a lot, but Harrow 3 is pretty useful, the third ability, and Harrows 2 is also pretty useful, so it can be a healer. It's mostly a support frame, but you can also play a bit offensive. So,
Yeah. Right now, I'm running Ember. Like, I just finished the frame. I've had Ember Prime since I started playing in 2014. I'm just missing one part.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm never going to finish it because now it's in the vault, which means, like, you have to buy it. And I'm not about that.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, we played a lot of Ember. Like when Ember was the frame where you can farm XP a lot. Ember was pretty awesome because you can. But what was it? Ember's 4, where because the world on fire, where you can just let the fort down and just go around Hydron and other different maps and just farm XP. But ever since the nerf, I haven't played as much. But Ember's pretty awesome. They should buff Ember back to like what it was, or like at least make it semi good again. But yeah.
yeah. I'm just walking around the dojo. Yeah, so I just finished leveling it up, and it's like okay. My main Warframe is Wukong Prime though, and I really, really love him so much.
Yeah, Wukong Prime. I've been farming for Wukong Prime. I still need like 2 more parts for
Yeah,
Wukong Prime.
I was farming so hard, and then I just got tired of it, so I like went to the bazaar and I bought it from someone, probably for too much.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Okay.
I had like some parts, but it was just taking way too long.
Mm-hmm.
So I just bought the parts, and he's great. He just doesn't have like I wish he had more area of effect
Mm-hmm.
abilities. It's mostly about like
Mm-hmm.
healing itself, and like you always have a buddy and stuff. So if you guys can see right
Yeah.
now, like Arts is like mastery level 24, and I'm like mastery rank 10.
Oh, I
Just 'cause
farmed a lot of frames. Like every frame and weapon that came out, I made it a point to farm a lot. So that kind of increased my more score.
Alright, so do you want to start? You want to do some? You want to give us a tour first, or you want to start doing some fishers or stuff?
Yeah, I can. We can go back to the trade central. Wait, where did you go? Did you go upstairs?
I did, yeah. Where is the thing on this level? So if you guys are just joining, I see like a couple of people joined the stream while we were talking. I'm Lee. I'm here with ArtsLIVE Gaming, and we are playing Warframe. So I just talked. I'm Mastery Rank 10, and Arts is Mastery Rank 24. He is the clan leader for the Power Galactic. He's also my clan leader for Destiny, even though I kind of fallen off with Destiny, and I really like Warframe better. And we were having a conversation about like kind of why Warframe kind of keeps your attention a lot longer. So where did you go?
Hmm.
Where should we start?
I went to the final dream. Okay, the
Final
room.
Dream.
Yeah, final dream.
So this is a dojo.
Start from
All clans have dojos, guys, and they're actually a lot of fun. You can put all this stuff in it. Before you put the stuff in it, it's kind of empty and boring. And the clan put a lot of work into the final dream, into every room in here. Oh, there goes Arts.
Yeah, and like this one, like this, I was trying to make the, the Doctor Who ship. I
That's
was
exactly what
trying
I
to
thought
make
of
it
when I saw
similar.
it. Yeah.
It looks a little bit like it, and my the other admin who was like, "Oh, it doesn't look much like it." And I was like, "Man, you're from England. You should know better." But I thought it looked like it. Then there's this thing here. I haven't played much of Ludoplex. I did play a bit of Frame Fighter. It's kind of fun.
I
It's
know I
like Mortal
collect the
Kombat.
pieces for Frame Fighter, but like I only played like once.
Yeah. It's someone put this here. Magnus Somnia Tenno is called. Oh, that was bells. That means wake up Tenno in Latin, I think. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, and you build this weird old section up here, kind of neat and everything. Rooms leading up to the teleporter. Yeah.
So a long time
I can
ago, back when
build.
Warframe first came out, there used to be, um, what was it? The beltways that you used to be able to like own them as a clan, and people would fight over them. And they got rid of it because I guess they said it was kind of
Oh
toxic,
yeah.
and a lot of bigger
You're right.
clans,
Right.
like kind of charge these crazy rates for people to use them. But I'm kind of hoping that they bring back like some kind of like clan
That
war
was
thing.
fun. I never played it. I only saw videos of it, but that
Yeah,
sounded like fun. But I can see how it can get a bit toxic. Yeah.
yeah.
This is the big clan grand hall, I think. Yeah, this is the grand hall. This kind of has the clan vault and everything. Up here, we're making a. This is like a small r/pub. We have this snowman from from last Christmas. We had this snowman. Then over here, we're making this whole. Well, not much progress has been made, but eventually we want to fill it up with bobbleheads.
Yeah.
Yeah. Clan wall. That's free. And I think one member who I think was Clara, or who I forgot her name. It's Clairvoyant Nara. I think we call her Nara. She wanted this to be like a discotheque, so there says "Shake It, Tenno."
Yeah, is there a emote for
disco ball.
dancing? Oh, there we go. Bam,
Oh yeah.
shaking it, shaking it, shaking it. Boom.
Yep.
But yeah, so our dojo has how many rooms? It has like 24.
I lost count. I mean, I made a few myself, and then the other clan admin made a few, and he's been making a few statues here and there, and I kind of have lost count how many rooms there are. But yeah, this is like the big castle. There's some trophies here, which we got from the previous Blake Star events. I think 3, well, there's 1 gold trophy and 2 other silver trophies we got from the last few Plague Star events. That was a long grind, getting all the trophies done. If you come up here, there's a nice garden up here.
And right now, like Digital Extreme, they're doing a Halloween version of like decorating plants and stuff. So I mean the dojo. So that's something that's ongoing, and I think that's one of the reasons why I really like Warframe, because they're always doing something with the game.
Doing something. Yep.
Let's jump into Fisher mission.
Yep.
So
let's go.
That's one of the reasons why I like it. So like every week for PC, Xbox, and PlayStation, they have a live stream where they give away platinum, which is in-game money that buys you like aesthetic stuff that you can put on your Warframe to make it cool. And you know, they answer questions, they play with players, and that's one of the reasons why I like them a lot. They're always engaging with their player base.
Oh yeah, these are always engaging with their players. The dev streams, after the dev stream, you can get what are those prizes? There used to be like ribbon mods, and I think now they changed it to noggles and other stuff. So now you can get a bunch of other things.
Yeah, it's always fun. So this is my orbiter, guys. I already have the seasonal decorations up. I've had it up for like since September, just because I love it. There goes Snowman. I call him Lyle. That's his name. I'm gonna just switch frames really quick. So I'm gonna put on Wukong because he's my main.
Yeah.
So in Warframe, there's a really like wide margin of like how your Warframe works. So my personal Warframe, like all my mods are kind of like not sad, but most of them are like leveled up really high. I just haven't really gotten into like how to mod it the best way possible. So I have it on configuration A right now, but you can configure any Warframe up to 3 different ways. I have tons of mods. I'm kind of slacking. I have a lot of ribbons, which are like mods on crack. They're great. My mastering range keeps me from like using the ones I've unlocked, which makes me super sad. So what kind of Fisher mission do you want to do? Like which level? I don't have any Axie relics, so can't do
any Axies.
I have 0 Axie relics. So Neos, Meso, and Lifts. They're only kind of.
We can do a Neo. We can do like a 10-minute survival or 5-minute survival, or even right a defense. Defense is fine too.
Yeah.
So yeah, defense is fine.
We'll do 35.
I have to go back and join you.
Oh, did I kick you out? My bad.
No, I think this is one of the things they need to fix. Like if you leave team, or if you go into like a social space and go back out, you just have to leave the team or the squad. If they keep everyone together, they'd be much better.
Oh, also in the center, guys, that's me. That's my Wukong. He has this really crazy pumpkin head for Halloween. It was one of the free aesthetics.
Oh yeah, they give that now. Yep.
It was a lot of fun, like walking around with this ball head. Okay, Neo defense. 37. Um, so these are relics. When you go into a Fisher mission, you pick up these special drops that allow you to unlock them, and you get special like frame parts or weapon parts from it. So in the drop down, you guys can see that like it has what commonly can be dropped, what uncommonly can be dropped, and what rarely gets dropped. And the thing is, it's just possible, so it doesn't mean that you can get anything on that list. It's just possible that you can, which is sometimes a letdown because you're kind of farming for very specific parts, and it's hard to get them. Do I want to make? I'm not gonna even bother making exceptional because I always get let down. But yeah, yesterday I kind of cleaned out all my Neos, most of them. Like I had like 4 or 5 of like each of them, but I did a survival mission and like cleaned them all out. That's how I ended up finishing Equinox Prime and stuff. Oh, is no one gonna join us? Really? Okay, that's fine. Someone will jump in eventually. But defense missions have you protect one specific spot, and enemies spawn in waves and they attack you. So, what's your favorite part of Warframe? Is it like
My
playing with other
favorite part of
people?
Warframe?
Yeah. Is it modding and like
Oh,
getting the most
uh,
criticals out of a Warframe?
I really like the modding part. Doing the modding, it took a bit to like understand the modding, but I really liked the second dream and the whole of second dream. I really liked it. The quests. I think they do a great job with the quests that they make.
The enemy is
The
at our doorstep.
the war within was
Must
also
defend our
kind of
equipment
nice,
until
but I really
reinforcements
liked the
arrive.
second dream.
Yeah, I like
Watch
that too.
out.
So like,
I'm detecting
I always like
fissures
whenever I play
nearby.
Warframe,
Do
I
you
always
have a
kind of like
matching
end up
relic?
ragging on Destiny because I feel like with Destiny they have like sporadic story with lots of like grinding, whereas Warframe just has really great story and the fighting goes along with the fighting.
Yeah.
Near a fissure.
Also, there are so many different types of weapons. Like Destiny has a few, but like Warframe definitely has way more.
Use that reactor to open a relic.
So I know we're playing Warframe, but let's talk about Destiny. So when I first like met you through PSN, like you were running the Power Alliance basically, which is like an amalgam of like 8 different clans that were sorted by like age or gameplay style, like if you only wanted to raid or you were just casual. So what happened to the Power Alliance?
Sorry, I didn't get that. What was that?
Oh, sorry. So when we first met through PSN, you were running the Power Alliance
Yes.
for Destiny. And it was like an amalgam of 8 different clans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like the Power Cosmic, the Power Celestial, Power Galactic. So what happened to the Power Alliance?
So I had some life changes. I stopped doing like gaming in general. It's just like didn't have time to like maintain that many clans, and some people got bored and didn't want to play anymore. Destiny. So it was like doing the second or third expansion before the other Forsaken expansion came out. So people lost interest. We didn't have time myself around in the middle of last year. So that kind of fell apart. So
We fought with honor.
most people just went to some other active clans and decided to go somewhere else. The other thing with Destiny is almost like a try period, then it's back. The Warframe is like never really period where it's like nothing's happening.
Yeah,
Always have
exactly.
something going on.
I know, so in the game, like for a second when Nightwave ended, I was like, so what am I going to do from now on? No more Nightwave, but then it came back with Intermittent, and I was like, oh, okay. And they offer really great like upgrades, like you get extra weapon slots and
Oh
know,
yeah,
cool
Nightwave was a
aesthetics and
big
stuff, and
change.
I'm like, yeah, I want that.
I think it did a great job in Nightwave, but some people did get a bit burned out, like when the fan missions, they get burned out by how grindy Nitro was.
Yeah.
But if you play it a little bit slower, I think you can.
But I do think it's a little limiting. Like if you're not like a hardcore, not hardcore, but if you're like Warframe's not really good or whatever, and some of the stuff is like impossible. Like one of the 7,000 night wave bounties is like kill an Eldion, and I'm like, I cannot kill an Eidolon. I have very limited capability.
Yeah, I mean that part of the Eidolon grind is quite a get the right amp and the right setup and the right amount of XP to get to the point where you can actually do enough damage. Because most of the Eidolon fight is about the operator, like how powerful the operator is more than the weapon. You hardly use like 2 different guns, and most of the damage comes from the operator. You need the shields and the other ones. Yeah, I think have you ever tried using the recruitment chat in game? That's useful.
It's weird, right? Because you can't just press the left trigger. You have to like open the main menu and then press it and then type and then come out of it. So it's like it's not like you can run and gun in chat at the same time. So in defense, it's supposed to get progressively harder, but this is only, I think this is a 3 fisher, and Arts has a really great Warframe, and I have a pretty good Warframe. So it's pretty easy, and there's only, oh, there's 4 of us. I didn't see those other people showed up. I think one of the only things that Warframe is missing is like they have the free roam on the plains or whatever, but I feel like they don't have like raid events where like you could go with a bunch of people and go and do something, or like even Eidolon hunts. Like I wish you could do it with more than just your group. Like I wish you could run into other people and kind of like gang up on the Eidolons. Oh, hey, Mr. Westback. That's one of my friends. Thanks. That's one of the aesthetic upgrades for Halloween. That's another thing that I think they do well. Like, Destiny's kind of made it a gimmick for, like, holidays. Like, oh, get masked, and here's the season of love. And it always just seems so disingenuous. But, like, DE does it really well, where you're like, yay, it's Halloween. Yay, it's Christmas.
There's like different Christmas decorations too that's probably gonna come in pretty soon.
I hope there's a really long scarf. Like I already turned on the Orbiter aesthetic, so I have my little snowman guy. I named him Miles. I love him. Bye. And while I do love Warframe, like it does have really silly it has really silly glitches. Like sometimes I'll jump into a game and like be doing defense and it will be stuck on wave 3, and so everyone has to leave, and so you don't, if you've already gotten all the Fisher points, then you've lost that relic because you can't ever finish the mission. Or one time I was trying to leave the plains of Eldion and like it just kept spawning people into my group, and I was like, no, I want to leave. Stop spawning people into my group. Oh, okay, so Love Shack wants us to do a no shooting challenge on a mission. So we can't do it on this mission because so like if it's just gonna be me and you, that's fine. But I can't speak for the other 2 people who are playing. So Strife 2387 or Chromacy. But Can we try that? We're gonna try and just kill a bunch of stuff with just
And I
our
can just keep
melee.
chucking my Zenistar. It's just all
no,
melee.
So yeah, let's just do it with our melee. So right now I'm using some weapon I just made because that's how you get master rank. So it's called a dark sword. It's all flamey. You can kind of see it on the bottom there.
Reinforcements available.
It's an okay weapon. It's not amazing. It's not the best. I think my favorite weapon is like either the Kuva staff or like the Gallant, which is this really big broadsword. I love that broadsword. Redeemer. Do I have? I feel like I have all those pieces. Oh well, I'll get another one. I'll sell it. So another reason why I love Warframe is that like it has an in-game economy. Are we going again? Yeah. It has this really great in-game economy. So you can, if you don't want to pay money for platinum, which is the in-game money you pay for, you know, aesthetics and stuff like that you can add to make your Warframe look cool, you can always like get a prime part and then sell it to someone for platinum. So it has a really strong in-game economy. I don't know how toxic it is because I've only gone to buy stuff like once or twice. But I like that.
Did you go through the like in-game chat or the PS4 Warframe website?
Oh, so what I just dropped by like the market, like Maro's Bazaar, and I just went in there and I was like, okay. I just looked at what people had and I just bought like from them. And so like I was trying to finish a Paris Prime and I couldn't get the grip.
Yeah.
Why are we not going? Oh, did we hit a glitch?
I think we're stuck.
Oh, really? This is what I'm talking about, guys.
Yeah, it's a free-to-play game, so there are bugs.
So you guys can see on screen, even Chroma C is like, So here's the thing, guys.
I can't even see his message.
At least we didn't waste time trying to,
Yeah, I think you can just...
Mission incomplete, and we were like, what the... We were so pissed. Because we spent like 45 minutes, you know, in the survival mission, and then it told us, oh, funny haha. Sorry, it doesn't happen that often. I mean, I've only run into it like recently, like a couple of times, like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't happen as often, that's true. It happens very soon.
Yeah, it hasn't happened as often as it happened with, like when the new Destiny came out and still Neo, but, oh, maybe I'll get some Argon crystals and then I can finish Equinox Prime. Yeah. Which I still don't really get because we don't need to breathe as Warframes, but okay. So there's no oxygen, so we have to keep picking up oxygen in order to survive. And the longer you go, the more stuff they drop in, like money or relics and prime parts. Not prime parts. Just normal level Warframe parts. So we're gonna do this with the arm. Hey guys, that's me. That's me and my Wukong.
Fissures nearby. Do you have a watching relic?
Oh, is it just us?
I know, right? Do you want to wait a sec? Let's see if someone will pop in.
Yeah, wait a couple of seconds.
Also, I like that about Warframe is that, like, almost everything is matchmaking. There's nothing in the game that's like, oh, if you don't find people to play with you before you start playing, then you're going to be all alone forever. Because sometimes in Destiny, I'm like, it's 3 a.m., no one in my clan is online, and who the hell am I going to invite to play with me?
Sending life support capsules your way.
Yeah, the matchmaking here is everywhere.
Delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time.
No guns.
No guns. I don't really like using swords because I feel like they have the least amount of like versatility going on.
Oh, I almost got stuck down there.
Octant is
So you see the little black things? Those are pieces
How long
you
are you
need
gonna
to
go for?
unlock your
Is it
relics.
gonna be a 10-minute thing?
Life support incoming.
Oh, wait, I can't shoot things. Oh, that's so awkward. I shoot things all the time. It's the best part of this game. Oh. So that's one of my special abilities. I get, like, freebies sometimes, so if something kills me, I, like, get to automatic respawn, and I'm invulnerable for a certain amount of time, which is always useful. And I'm kind of sort of invisible right now.
Another life support capsule is now available.
Mm-hmm. Another person thing.
So all the enemies that like light up gold, those are the ones that are gonna drop the pieces we need to unlock our relics and get really good parts. The only thing I don't like about
my
these is
cat
that, oh
died.
no, I'm gonna die. Special power time. Fog walker, give me back all my health. Is that sometimes the fishes are kind of a toss-up, because like you can make your relic like flawless or exceptional, whichever is the top level, and then you go in and all the options are bronze. And I'm like, really? Not one silver, not one gold?
I will consider what I have
Shooting
learned
out.
from this skirmish.
So in mastery ranks, which is like the leveling system in this game, the top rank is 29, right?
Additional life support has arrived.
Oh, what? What happened? Advanced settings. Oh. Oh.
Prepare for
Okay,
life
so I
support.
don't know what happened. Oh. I think it's fixed. For a sec, I was not looking at the video. Oh, I died. Oh.
Another life support.